and to push the tribal agenda with the generals who was giving the land back because they knew what was going on with the whole corporate fraud. If you remember when White House was on Zillow, right? You know, that was part of the liquidation of the corporate asset. If you go downtown, if you go down throughout DC now, everything is fenced off, quarantined off. All of those are crime scenes. Everything you see gated in DC is a crime scene. That's why the gates is there. If you look at the, I think it's either the White House or the State Building, they got gallows in front of it now. It's about to be some hangings going on. I hope I get to pull the lever.
Yeah, hey, man, America been under scrutiny since it was founded. United States Corporation was founded by criminals. Now, I mean, what else do you expect but some crime to be a whole bunch of crime be going on? Hey, we're at the hour 30 mark, man. Hey, everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna come back, man, because like I said, I've been me and Roy gonna do a lot of them. I just been busy trying to get the documentaries for Malachi done and get the one for Big Meech, all them the ones that are done, so that we could get them out and so that everybody can see that the chief been getting set up by the land. You gotta understand COINTELPRO operations, man. Like if you don't understand what this is about. And the George Washington challenge, like we got like it's a whole bunch of receipts that I'm going to be coming out tomorrow and this week that I got that me and Rod got a whole all this stuff. We much covered everything.
Excuse me, the Tupac is bothering me right now. He's saying, "Don't forget Bobby Hutton. Whatever you do, don't forget to talk about Bobby Hutton." You know who Bobby Hutton was, right?
No, hey, I'm glad you said that name. Go ahead on that guy. I don't.
Bobby Hutton was he was a teenager member of the Black Panther Party. The police, they stripped down because they knew the police was going to shoot him. And Bobby Hutton didn't strip all the way down. And when he came out, they shot him dead. He was a baby. He was a teenager. He was like 14, 15 years old. Go back and review. Matter of fact, see if you can't find some clips on Bobby Hutton and post them on your page, so people know who he is. They did it the same way they knew who Emmett Till was, Chief Littlehorn.
Huh?
Remember my man asked about the bell ringer, right? Chief Littlehorn is a prime example.
Okay, go ahead.
Only he was supposed to blow the war call. They call it Whistling Dixie back then because the South was the ones using the war cry with the whistle and the kazoo and the harmonica. They was using those, but the ones who can do it with their fingers, right? So that's why he was going to grow up. His name would have been Chief Littlehorn because he was supposed to blow the first trumpet of war when he became aware of who he was. That's why his father left him that ring. He was leaving him in charge of calling that call. When the Dirty Moors found out who they was, they threw the Pale Lady under the bus. And they went and got Emmett Till talking about they trying to keep the peace. If you watch the movie, they make it look like they was with some pale faces.
Wow.
But the original story, they went by themselves. This how you know they look like us, but they ain't us, because ain't none one of us from the tribes that's grown men finna give you none one of our babies because you said he whistled at somebody. I don't give a damn who she is.
Right.
But that ain't what was going on. And then they called the house, but wasn't no adults there. The house was full of children. So they thought they was listening to the adults thinking they gonna bring Emmett back. So when the grown folks get there, they like, "Where's Emmett?" And they're like, "Yeah, so-and-so and them came and got him." Then they went looking for him. Next time Emmett was found, he was strapped to a large appliance in a river, beat to oblivion. And then they said in the aftermath, it was a so-called white mob. But ain't no pale faces go get him, though.
Damn, that's deep.
They heard him whistling Dixie. They knew that if he figure out who he is, his ability to whistle like that is going to trigger a frequency in the and the warring clans that's gonna call them to arms. They can't have that happen. So they murdered him. Strange Fruit wasn't just random people that looked like us that was being murdered. They was killing elders and leaders.
Right.
Organizers, yeah, they was killing people that was instrumental in the resistance. They have us believing that they only did it because we look like we look. That's not what they was doing. The Black Hand was leading the raid. And we know who them Negroes was.
Mm-hmm. They not
right?
like
so when you see the Strange Fruit, you need to understand what was going on. They was getting rid of your leadership and your elders. The witch hunts, they was getting rid of the oracles and the seers. And the ones who was teaching the sciences, the yoni magic to the pale-faced women so that they can help back up their conjure. They can't have that.
Mm-hmm.
They burn them all. Mm-hmm. But we don't pay attention to what we be reading when we read these stories, and we go with the assumed narrative instead of looking at the fine print. Don't nobody want to read the fine print. That stuff tedious and it's boring. But it's all of it is there. It's just that how do you translate the information? What are you really looking at? You know, are you bringing your holographic memory into play to play this scenario out? Because you're going to see that there's an anomaly to the stories. As soon as you realize it's an anomaly, then you're going to go back over your culture and your history, and you're going to say, hey, wait a minute. This was supposed to happen with this guy, but it didn't ever happen. Why didn't it happen? Then you're going to see the hand of the enemy at play and how they brought him down. But most of us so busy fighting us because we are paranoid from the ones that look like us that ain't us.
Right.
So anybody that look like us coming with solutions to the problem look like, wait a minute, the last ones came, Sweetheart Swindle Big Mama, talking about he gonna help her run the farm, turned us into some stuff called a slave. We don't even know what that is.
Right.
Now you got unapologetically Africans talking about the tribes of slave holders when the people that came over here brought slaves with them. We didn't have none.
Right.
And matter of fact, if we captured somebody in war, they became a full member of the tribe.
Right.
You on my team now, buddy. I caught you. Caught you slipping. Now go back and tell your clan that you've been captured. And we're going to go on about this, and we're going to give you a wife and a little hut to live in, and you're going to go over there, and y'all going to have y'all little family. We're a slave.
Make treaties by marriage on the land.
Yep. That's another thing. People got this old Roman homosexual idea of relationships. That's why they don't work. Well, they all say they want romance, right?
Yeah, there you go.
You know what romance is?
Go ahead.
It's a bunch of old hairy men seducing little boys. That's what romance is. I'm not romantic.
Wow.
That's what. Go back and look. Go look at the iconography of Rome. All you're gonna see is some grown men with some naked little boys around.
Yeah.
That's why they got kicked out of Europe. They gonna come over here with that stuff. Trying to undermine the divine feminine with cross-dressers, and we fell for it.
Yeah, they the one wore the high heels, the wooden shoes, and they was wearing skirts and shit. We weren't wearing no skirts over here. They were wearing. They came over here with skirts on, wood teeth, wigs. These niggas was wearing wigs. The Wigamo party, you know what I'm saying? With
wigs is ancient. Wigs is not new. Everybody be talking about these sisters wearing hair pieces and weave and wigs. That ain't nothing new. Our women have been adorning themselves with
and wearing wigs. I'm not talking about the women. I know we did that in ancient Kemet. We started at ancient Kemet, makeup and all that.
It was before then, but ancient Kemet is a good example where you can actually see the artifact. Yeah, the men, that's a whole nother animal.
Those men, those Anglo-Saxons who try to have their hair like the Moors, they
They
start
more
wearing,
like they more
yeah,
like anal Saxons.
yeah, right, right.
Look,
Hey,
the responsibility of the earth was put in the hands of drag queen priests, pretending to be priestesses and oracles of the Delphi sisters of the Sibyl, daughters of Isis. The earth under Anunnaki reign was in three major regions. The Americas was the land of Tehuti. Africa and India was the land of Enki. In Europe and Asia was the land of Inanna. And each one of them had 7 matriarchal rulers. And each one of them looked slightly different. They all different skin colors and hair textures. America was always the great melding pot because all the clans from around the earth would send delegations and brides to the Americas to marry the chiefs of the land because they wanted to be tied in to the first family. The first family of earth come from the Americas. I don't know. They can say what they want about it, the outer Africa stuff. That's fine. I don't have no problem with that. But I just know the first family of the earth families is the families of Tehuti, which is the Americas, the Turtle Island, the first land of the pyramids. I don't know about that other stuff they talk about. That is pseudoscience. We spontaneously emerged all over the earth at the same time.
hey, I got more evidence on that, bro. I got more evidence. I'm put a whole tape out called "America: The True World," or this that we was all over the planet at one time. Go ahead.
So when they talk about Tartarian civilization and global civilizations, a good book to read. Remember, I had you get INANA Returns.
Yep, I got it.
And remember, I had you get INANA Hyperluminal, which is the second part of the series.
Yeah.
In there, she talks about how when the Galactic Council came because they was having this nuclear holocaust on Earth, put us in a light lock. We call it the Van Allen belt. It's the Pleiadian light lock. It's a conjure done by the Pleiadians to make sure that we stay within the confines of the war zone. And it's supported by an Arcturian conjure. The Arcturians are support. That's the only reason the Anunnaki couldn't break it, because they got 2 other galactic royal families that they can't overcome, both of them working together, right? So it's told them that they're going to either have to fix the problem on the earth that they created by making us live through this chapter of misery, and somebody gonna have to either ENLIL gonna win or ENLIL gonna lose. He lost. Tehuti won. It's over. The Galactic Council is aware. The Earth Alliance, all of them is aware. And the only people that ain't aware is these chiefs on the land who think that they know everything already and can't nobody tell them that.
Right. Hey, we at this point. We at that point. Hey, y'all, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got about 1,500 people in here, y'all. Hey, y'all, if y'all want to show Raw some love, we dropped the Cash App and the links. Everybody send them $1, man. 1,500 people send them $1. That'll help them out, man. It ain't gonna be $1. If you want to send them more, go right ahead. He don't do it for money. We just do this because we love doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, big up. We're gonna be back, y'all. We got a lot going on here, man. Go check out them tapes, man. How Dr. Malachi Z. York was set up part 1 through 4. We got about 7 more parts coming out. And we got Doc explaining what was going on himself, right? With the Native American thing. Because people saying, oh, yeah, no, he's not a Native American, he's an African. And this and that. But we're gonna show and prove to you that Doc was going with the Native American thing the whole trial. We got the transcripts. We got the court transcripts, man. We got all the evidence, all of the receipts that we putting out in these videos. And we just not putting, it's going to be everything this person said about that person. We're going to have all the connections. And then we're going to do Larry, Jeff Ford, and the other chiefs too. So we're doing Baba first, then we'll go to the next chiefs. So we about to get up out of here, y'all. Hey, shit, hey, like I say, show the brother Raw some love. We'll be back, man. If you want to get on, follow him on Instagram.
You want to do a couple questions for about 15 minutes? See if people want to go. If the audience got any questions,
we can do it. Do the audience got any questions? We got about 15 minutes. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, y'all. We the hottest in the game right now.
Hey, look. Well, we talk about Tookie. That man loved his people so much, he let these devils freeze him in a cryogenic chamber for damn near 15 years. He was frozen. I ain't finna let these, I don't trust them enough to let them freeze me. I don't know where he just put this trust in, but it wasn't on none of these devils. Whatever his trust in, he knew somebody was gonna get him out of it, because that's wicked. They froze this man in the cryogenic chamber for 15 years. What's the question about the genetic makeup? So what is Trump going to do next? Trump is what you call pushing the card. Have you seen the cover of the Time magazine?
Which one, the Trump card one?
It got Joe Biden on it. Exit stage left. It's got a red cover.
Oh yeah, I gotta check that out. I ain't seen it yet.
I wonder if I could put it in the chat. That Trump making are unpredictable on purpose. He know what he gonna do next, but the way that he move is to always keep you guessing what his next move gonna be. That's by design. But if I knew what he was finna do next, I probably wouldn't say it. But I do know that watch your president. Remember, before this fall, we supposed to have a woman president. At the fall, it's supposed to be a woman in the Oval Office. Red cover, time is out. Joe Biden, exit, stage left. They finna announce he dead.
I think that woman president gonna probably come from Trump. If Trump take a vice president woman, and they try to put, because they've been wanting to get rid of.
Ain't gonna be no election.
Go ahead.
Ain't gonna be no election. That's why they gonna put Kamala. Kamala's still president since. Remember when Joe Biden went for colonoscopy about 2020?
Go ahead. Yep.
Before she could give him back presidency, he has to pass a competency test in case he suffered brain damage during the anesthesia. There's no way he could have passed it because everybody in DC knew he had Alzheimer's. At least that's the story. I posted the article back then when it was going on, while it was hot, while she was an alleged president for 46 minutes, while he was going through his procedure. I said, there's no way that they're supposed to reinstate him, because any psychomotor testing is going to show he got Alzheimer's. At the stage that they showing us he's in, he wouldn't be fit to run the office, right? So the article I post was one of his sons was telling the reporter that he didn't like the other senators and congressmen making fun of his father's Alzheimer's. Apparently, this is a known thing in the political circles that haven't reached the masses of the people about what was going on around that time. That's why I posted it back then. If I see, I'm gonna look it up when I get off this and try to repost it on my Facebook where it's at. Because if you read the article and you understand how the transfer of power go, she can't relinquish power back to him if he don't pass the competency part of the test from the anesthesia, which is a basic psychomotor skill in memory and recall. If you got Alzheimer's, you're gonna fail it miserably. So they all know something ain't right with them. Right. So the Pleiadians sent a contingent to take on Earth suits to assist in this. A good example of a Pleiadian trying to wake everybody up is a lady named Dolores Tucker. Dolores Tucker is a Pleiadian. It's a couple of more of them in the metaphysical field that's actually doing pretty decent work. The one blind dude, I think he's Arcturian, but he be answering the questions. Most of the time he be on point. But this is how you know the difference, because the ones who came to help solve the problem, and when you get in the earth realm, coming from the spiritual realm, this stuff is not as clear as you would like to think that it is. It's very, very cloudy and murky when you come from spiritual vision, which is